Welcome back to Bridges. We are talking about schools as hubs this morning. It's a strategy, as Kimberly Woodard would have us call it, that is really designed to transform not only communities, but schools and grade points and lives, I think, which is mostly important. We're being joined this segment, as I promised you, by Renata Robinson, who is actually the hub director at Pickett Academy.
Hello.
Welcome. Renata's been here before. It's so good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to see you. So we were talking about, and when Marcus was here, that one of the last things he said as he was walking out the door is that follow-up is so important here. What did he mean by that?
I would say that a lot of times people give their voices, they say what they feel, the things they need in their community, and then what?
And then what? Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. I mean, what gets these people back involved in this process? Because they've been here so many times.
Because we give them our word. When we say that we're going to listen to what they say, we're in the process of making those actual changes happen. This isn't just data that's collected to go in a binder somewhere that somebody said they did. We're taking what they say and we're putting it into practice right in our schools, each of us.
Okay. At the end of the day, though, we all want this to result in changes in academic performance, right? How does that work? How does this change academic performance? How does putting services in schools change academic performance? How does listening to neighbors about what they think is important change academic performance?
Well, when you look at as a whole, like, okay, for example, if you look at student A and he didn't come to school for a week, on paper, it says that we have a student who just hasn't come to school for a week. But when you're listening to the concerns of the community, when you're listening to what parents are saying, it will prompt you to dig deeper. So you could go and look deeper into what kinds of things are keeping the students home. So is it the water is off? Is the gas off? Are they hungry? Are they ill and have no medical attention? Is the parent, without a job and they don't have money to have gas to take them to school? So it's going through all of the layers that could prevent a student from being successful. And a lot of things contribute to students not being successful that are totally unrelated to academics.
Why is this the school's responsibility?
Because the school is ultimately outside of the home accountable for the children.
But is the school accountable for the lights being off or the gas being off?
No, but I do think that the school has a responsibility to serve the students and whatever their needs are. So if the lights are off, we might not be able to pay the light bill, but we can provide you a personal needs kit when you get to school so that you can adequately take care of your hygiene. We can give you a uniform when you arrive so that you can have clean clothes and so that you can go through your school.
That's great.
So that you can go through your school day like a normal student. And then just having that support from the school you attend ultimately is just going to make you feel great about being there, and then the community being able to see how much effort the school is putting into it is just going to make everybody, I just believe, kind of rise to the occasion.
What a fabulous point. That is such an important point.
And I think we say it all before. A lot of our students come in with luggage, and we're saying, put your bags down.
Right.
Just go to class. Right. You don't need to carry that around with you all day. It's not going to fit in your locker, but just put your bags down, go to class. Let's take care of that.
You mean figuratively?
Right. Figuratively.
They don't mean like real
don't
bags.
They
don't mean real bags.
There.
That's right.
And that also opens up, when we're able to attend to those other needs, it gives the teachers a chance to do what they're there to do, and that's teach, not be social workers, not be counselors, not be parents. It allows them to be teachers.
So you're really undertaking this transformation one family at a time.
Times have changed. Times have changed. Being a former educator, being in the classroom with elementary, and as Renata said, as teachers, we didn't look at the outside issues that they had, where now you have to. Families are different than what they used to be. Times have changed, struggles are different, maybe not as a parent, but more are struggling versus back then, when I was in school. So.
Yeah, times really have changed. Kids don't get to be kids the way they used to be kids. And Yeah, you're at Pickett.
I am.
You're at Pickett. You guys just moved into a new building.
Yes, I'm so excited. It's beautiful. So
Scott is beautiful.
They're
Leverett
all
is
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yes.
They are gorgeous, gorgeous
Yes.
schools, which I think really helps to. I know there was a lot of discussion when the new schools were being built about, you know, this isn't going to help educate kids, but I think it really does help in terms of self-esteem. When you don't you think when you get to go to some place that's pretty and clean and comfortable,
just being able to have
air conditioning
technology.
Yeah, air conditioning, yeah.
Because kids are learning different now, and so just being able to have technology, whiteboards in the classroom, so that if a teacher wants to pull some sort of video from offline and show it, or just being able to have current technology to be comparable, and be comparable to other schools in the area. I think that helps them too.
How are you guys being received in your communities around this issue?
I would say it's going pretty well.
You think so?
And we have a great buzz around our school. We're the last school in the city to be completed.
Yeah.
So we've been in the Old King for a while now. So a lot of people are excited to get in there, see what it's about. And it's a great time for us to roll this out, to say, listen, there's more than just school here. So come in, come check us out, and let us help you.
So at the end of the day, are all of your visions for your hubs different?
I think
you kind of said so earlier because you said the needs were different, but is the structure pretty much the same?
Framework.
The framework. Thank you, Kimberly. The framework is the same. So Renata, what are some of the major services you hope to get into your school?
We're really focused on our health services right now because we know a lot of our students aren't receiving necessarily the health services they need.
I know a great agency you should talk to.
Oh, imagine that. And we're also working just on some of the social service side. Kids are saying they're bored. I've been asking students, well, why are you fighting? What are some of the reasons? Well, I'm bored. I don't have anything to do.
Really?
Well, I can give you some things to do.
Right.
We can give you lots of things to do. So,
right.
That's where we're focused.
So
and of course, academics.
Social services, health, and academics.
Always.
Okay. So academics you're approaching through tutors?
Oh, there's a lot of after-school programs too,
programs,
and what's great about this position is that we're able to demand more. We don't want you to just come in and say, we'll just do shoot around in the gym for 3 hours. No, how are we going to tie academics into that? Do you have
shoot
tutoring
around is like
time?
a basketball thing?
As basketball.
Open gym.
Derek can help me with this. So
I
shoot around.
Okay. So, we're just, we have areas after the needs assessment is completed.
Yeah.
Academics is always at the top of our list regardless, but we can say, we need you to tie in academics to this program.
Okay.
We need you to tie in the 3 top things that we're really focusing on. Can you do that? And if you can't, then you can't be in Pickett. You can't do it.
What are you looking at?
Right now, for my needs assessment, I think we're looking at after-school programming because we have not had any at Leverett. And then I believe our parent engagement piece.
So when you're talking about your after-school program, quickly, what kind of programs?
Anywhere from tutoring to mentoring to recreational.
Just getting those kids back in the school, getting those families back in the school after the school day.
hours. As well as on Saturdays.
Right.
Yeah, and Saturdays. Oh, really? You too? Saturday? Your Saturdays too? That's great. And your parent engagement piece, quickly?
Well, we just look to. We're going to have a family focus center to where we can bring in the families to where they can have a place to call home. They can come in and fax something or whatever the case may be, just to bring them in. We can have training. Parent training, adult training, job training.
I bet it would be nice for some parents just to have a place to go that's not home for an hour.
Have a coffee.
That's right. Sit down and that would be great. What about you at Scott?
Well,
that fabulous building.
I know and I love how they maintained all the nostalgia of the old building, but they made all of the right, new adjustments to it, so it looks really beautiful. But by us being a high school, one of our focuses will definitely be college access. We have a parent coordinator in our building, so working with him to just, build with the PTO and just build the parent engagement, community engagement, connecting like our partners in the community with us, because there are a lot of community centers and places like that, bringing in Obviously, health services, that's one of the things, because we do have a functioning clinic in our building. Mobile dental services, we're looking at nutrition programs because that came up a lot in focus groups. We have a garden and people.
Nutrition came up a lot. Okay.
Nutrition came up, and just learning how to stretch the food dollar, you know, being able to eat healthier, but being able to do it, you know, at a low cost, because people do perceive eating healthy as being more expensive, but there are ways to do that without, you know, breaking your pockets. Obviously, student success, increasing, you know, OGT success rate. So people, because OGT, Ohio graduation test, connected directly to graduation. So making sure students are prepared to pass that, also prepared to pass the ACT, or I shouldn't say pass the ACT, but score high so that they're, you know, scholarship and university ready. Fitness is a big one. You know, we'll be able to offer Zumba in the fall, so that was, you know, one of the things that came up. So we have a lot of things, and that's just all. I think what all of us have named is just kind of on the surface of what we're actually, you know, gonna bring in. But those are just, you know, top of mind.
Top of the list.
Yeah.
Top of the list. This is a huge job. It's a huge job. You guys, though, have the opportunity to be an incredible role model for other cities. And, you know, this is just a great way to increase academics. I'm so glad that you're doing this. I'm so glad you joined us this morning. We're going to tell people how to get in touch with you, though, before the end of the show. But right now, we got to scoot away for a second. Don't you go anywhere.